What's going on, everybody? Don from Kenya Gunas TV, and I'm back here in another video. So listen, today I was meant to do the match preview, but I won't talk about the match preview against because tonight actually we're linking up with Newcastle in the Carabao Cup. For me, I'm at a place whereby, listen, man, I'm optimistic, but there's just this hope thing that is still in me, thinking that I'm going to win that game. But as is, I think it's done. I don't think. When was the last time we actually beat Newcastle at St James Park? Yeah, without them scoring. So, but a place whereby, like, I don't want to talk about the match, but I'm here to talk about the January window. So listen, the window basically closed yesterday on the third. That was the third of February, and I mean, is anybody surprised? Is anybody surprised that we didn't sign anybody? I think I told you guys. Uh, I earlier on said that when these guys made the bid for Ole Watkins, the 60 million, was it they bid 40 million if I'm not wrong. Yeah, I felt like that was more like a PR kind of stunt, a way of trying to manipulate the fans. And I knew it'd come to this. It was just a way of trying to manipulate the fans, thinking that, okay, listen, guys, you see, at least we went for Ole Watkins and they rejected the bid. It's just it's an Arsenal thing. It's an Arsenal thing that we've seen over the years. Maybe for the younger guys actually supporting this team, who started supporting this team recently, maybe you guys actually will come and learn as time goes by. Like I said earlier on, do you guys remember when a link to what's his name, Luis Suarez, then ended up with what's his name, Danny Welbeck? I can give you several examples. It's just a national thing. We're basically, and you remember, do you guys remember the PS and these guys actually came up with, of us being linked to Zubimendi? Why would you bring that conversation now? Why would you bring that conversation during in the January window? Why are we talking about summer? The thing is this: like, if you look at this Arsenal side, we're a really good team. We are a very, very, very good team. And listen, Mikel Arteta, you have to give him his props. Even though he's made some mistakes, and you can somewhat say that he's learning on the job, but he's learning quick. He's made some mistakes. I mean, the signings that those shitty signings that I think he's made over the years. I mean, I look at players like Willian, I look at players like most recently Kai Havertz, look at Sterling. Listen, he's made some mistakes. He's also made some good decisions by bringing players like Declan Rice. So the way this club is managed, it just shows you lack of ambition. There's and you see the frustrating things for we fans, if you're not really careful, we'll basically be going back to step one where we are some couple of years ago. If you guys remember during the Wenger era, it's going to get to a point whereby if we don't win any significant trophy this season, which I don't see us winning because we haven't done the business as we were expected to do, for God's sake, man, we're just like two players. You see, the most frustrating thing is, the most annoying thing is, we're just like three players, yeah, from getting everything right. That summer window that we did, look at who we bought. So we spent 45 million for Califiori, then spent was it 38 million for what's his name, Mikel Merino, and then you got Sterling on loan. And then now we're now in the January window. We've done nothing for now. Ever since Auba left, we haven't replaced Auba, and we sold Nketiah. Despite I don't trade Nketiah, by the way. Actually, the guy's Crystal Palace. That's fine. He hasn't scored any goal in the Premier League. So like, but at least he was a striker. We still haven't replaced those two. Smith Rowe left. We didn't replace Smith Rowe with a proper player that was worth. That was actually Wes Smith Rowe. And look at what he's doing at by Fulham. Emil Man is doing some good. He's doing some good job at Fulham. We didn't replace him. So this January window, it's a disappointing one. It's really, really disappointing one. I'm really, really disappointed with the Cronkies. The lack of ambition. Listen, in simple terms, the way I see this ownership, it's an ownership that is just basically interested in their profits. And you have to give it to them when it comes to the marketing beats, but the Arsenal is well managed when it comes to the marketing beats, the PR beat. The Arsenal man has built one of the best brands in the world. I'm in marketing myself, by the way, my profession. And if you guys want to borrow a template of how of coming up with a marketing strategy or a PR kind of thing. I mean, just look at what Arsenal is doing. The marketing bit is just top notch. Look at the match. Look at the way these guys sell the match. And unfortunately, the unfortunate bit is that guys tend to fall for these things. Yeah, but the footballing bit, yeah, the football bit. Listen, most recently we beat Man City 5-1. Who's going to remember all these things if we don't win a significant cup? Nobody's going to remember. Maybe we fans, but they might remember it. I'll give you an example. Remember last season we came second in the Premier League. Remember when we were whooping teams 5, beating teams 6. Remember the game we played against Chelsea? We beat them. Was it 6 or 5? 5-0. Harvard scored 2 goals. Who even remembers that? Ask anybody. We Arsenal fans remember that, but ask any rival fan. Ask any. Even just pick on somebody. Pick on just a random guy. Who remembers that? What people remember is us bottling. Do you guys remember the season before last season when he came second? When we were basically 8 points with 6 games to go, and we bottled it. Who cares about the good run we had by day in the first leg, in the second leg? What people remember is the capitulation. Yeah. So what really annoys me, what has really disappointed me with this ownership is we are basically back in the same thing. We're currently sitting number 2. Liverpool is not far off, and I don't even think Liverpool is that side that is just. I don't think Liverpool has the minerals to basically, I have a feeling these guys might probably drop points or probably maybe lose games. But are we also going to do the same? Are we also going to capitalize on that? We've seen it. I mean, Liverpool dropping points, we also drop points. They lose a game, we also lose a game. Man, it's really frustrating that the fact that we didn't the fact that we didn't even send anybody this January window, and then you guys are coming up with these prayer things, trying to manipulate the fans and whatnot. It's really disappointing. It's really disappointing. And we'll be back here. Coming of the season, we'll have this conversation again, and then we'll start holding our heads and scratching our heads and saying like we're only like 2 steps, just 2 steps. You see, that's the frustrating thing. Just two steps away. I mean, you can see the title is there. You know exactly what you need to do. 2 steps, and then just go and get it. If you win the Premier League this season, fair enough. But why would you put ourselves in this situation whereby this situation of this predicament of uncertainty? Listen, man, those are my thoughts. Anyway, today we're playing against Newcastle. The game is kicking off. I think it's going to be 10:45 East African time. Listen, as usual, support our team, back our team. But as fans, me personally, I'm really disappointed the fact that you didn't sign any player. And probably come end of the season, this might actually come back and bite us. Listen, like the video, subscribe, and I'll be seeing you during today's game.